Hey guys, it's Sniff, and I am bringing you a review on Fletcher, my favorite merc on Dirty Bomb. He's crazy, he's awesome, and he's got loads of pun. Objectively, an awesome merc, and let me tell you why. Man, his secondary, the Empire, is not a machine pistol. It is totally not a secondary. It is totally just an SMG. You have an SMG secondary. Seriously, this is the Hotchkiss lined right next up to the Empire. The Hotchkiss is the fastest damage per minute SMG out there. It has so much damage, such a high rate of fire, and the Empire just has a higher rate of fire, and basically the same stats otherwise, except way more mobility and a bit less damage. That's fine though, because headshots for days with this gun melts HP so fast. A normal body shot, you're looking at dealing about 8 HP. Headshots doing 16. So you are essentially halving your time to kill going for headshots, and you can do it with this gun. The recoil is pretty unmanageable at range, but close range you can just spray for the headshots and get all of them. Your secondary is actually the Arnold, the shotgun, Arnold 12. It is not the most powerful shotgun, that is for sure. The Holland's 880, which you do have an option to use in another loadout card, has more damage. The Arnold has the least damage of any shotgun that I'm aware of. Seems to have a little bit less fire rate, but you know, that's fine. The rest of the statistics are just worse. The accuracy is less, the stability is less, the range is less, the mobility, I believe, is even less. Oh, no, actually the range seems to be like a singular point more, which is not that impressive. So yeah, Arnold, you'll be having to take a backseat to the amazing Empire 9. You'll be using that basically as your primary, especially because the Arnold doesn't have any kind of mid-range capabilities. Don't get me wrong, it is good for chipping off health and poking around corners, and especially backs. The Arnold does amazing, but for the most part, you're not looking to use the Arnold for head-on encounters. Of course, getting into the meat of it. The sticky bombs. That's why all of you came. That's why I'm here. That's why I love Fletcher. The sticky bombs. You can detonate them in the air. You can detonate them on a person because it sticks to them. You can lay a trap of them, although the trapping really isn't that good. It's okay in some areas, but for the most part, if you lay down multiple stickies, they're going to see it and shoot it, or they're just going to get spammed out. Unless you're trying to deny someone going somewhere or scare them into not coming your way, sticky traps don't really kill that much. They definitely can kill, but you have to catch them off guard, and you can't be sticking the same spot over and over again. Yes, how much damage does it do though, Sniff? If you stick someone with it, that'd be 100 damage. 100 damage. That is enough to kill Vasily. It used to be enough to kill Nader, but they increased her health by 10. Aura, I believe Sawbones, I'm not entirely certain, but most things you can one-shot, and if you can't one-shot them, pulling out your Arnold and chipping them, or, of course, you know, your Empire and just spraying them down, even at range, you can mess people up. I like to combo it with the sticky bombs. Stick them with the sticky bomb. If they're not dead, shoot them with a shotgun. If they're still not dead, bring out the SMG and just start spraying. Strong things about Fletcher. Seriously, I can just go on for forever. His defensive plays are superb. He's absolutely amazing at defending objectives. And that's not necessarily being on the defending side, but let's say you have a C4 on last and you want that to explode. You can defend that C4 from a distance with those sticky mines. You can detonate them at will, or you can just keep chucking them. 7 seconds is what it used to be. I believe it's 10 seconds now for sticky to be regained. It is delicious. Of course you can shoot them out of the air. I'm not sure if you can shoot them in Fletcher's hands, but I have had an occasion as soon as I throw it, they explode in my face, and that really sucks. So, you know, he's not invincible, and, you know, you really don't want to have sticky bombs stuck to you. I don't know of any way other than teammates' explosions neutralizing sticky bombs on you. But that's fine. You shouldn't be getting stuck with sticky bombs in the first place. Just run around a bunch and they're really hard to get hit by. The blast radius is not really that large. It's pretty big, but, you know, You won't be killing people if you're splashing them. You really need to get them right on top or wait until they're running over it to explode them. It is so good. Objectives, he has the explosion app that lets you set C4 and defuse it really quickly. I don't know why he hasn't given it to the rest of the people in Dirty Bomb. I don't know if they just don't have phones or what. But yeah, I would like that personally in case I get into a situation with the bomb. That'd be nice. Anyways, though, he has the blowtorch, which will increase his repair speed by 3 times, which is just free points, basically. So, you know, be sure to check out those objectives, and especially if you're trying to defend an objective from being set up by C4, you can place a couple of sticky bombs around it. You don't necessarily need to kill them, but just being able to damage them and then finish them off with a shotgun or with the SMG, it makes for a really easy defense. I personally love defending with this guy. He is amazing and really annoying if you let him work his magic. He is counterable with bullets. He can get shot a lot, but he only has 110 health, so if you are just sticking your head out there, you're going to get killed a lot as Fletcher. Guns just destroy him. He has a travel time with those sticky bombs to even be able to hit you. He has to bring it out and throw it, and then he has to detonate it. So if you have a stupid Fletcher just going out in the open and throwing sticky bombs, then yeah, you're going to die. But if you have a Fletcher that's just hanging around corners, throwing things in corridors, and in general just, you know, holding up in a spot and letting enemies come at them, then you're going to have a really strong Fletcher, and you're going to have a hard time killing him, especially if he is set up with an auromedic station. Really tough time there. Please, for the love of all that is great in Dirty Bomb, don't just run at Fletcher one at a time. If you run at him one at a time, you let him control the flow of battle. And that is one of the big things that you can't let him do, is that he does take a while to kill you. But he can do it really easily. If you let him set up, if you let him dictate how fast the battle is flowing, he's going to be able to kill people one at a time and get really nice streaks. However, if you come at him all at once, that's it. He's done. He's easy to kill, and it is very noticeable. I mean, you have to reload quite often. With the high rate of fire SMG, the Arnold only has 7 shells, and his ammo was like 21 in reserve at max, so you're having to restock ammo constantly. And he has a flippy-do animation, which makes it so that you kind of have to wait a little bit longer before you're done reloading. So don't let him dictate the flow of battle, overwhelm him, and he's easy to kill. I promise you he's not overpowered. You guys are just going one at a time. Please stop. I mean, like, don't stop that for me, but please stop that for other Fletchers, okay? If you see me, one at a time, please. Just do that. But other Fletchers, no, just overwhelm them. You'll be fine. So I'm going to call the review off there. I hope you enjoyed it. I did make it a little bit longer. And that's it for me. Oh, one other thing. You can actually go with the Blishlock. The Blishlock is an SMG that Fletcher gets, which allows him to get a much longer range of use. The Blishlock is great for mid-range combat, especially with its headshots, but you do lose out on the Empire 9. This is Sniff. Goodbye!